Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And man, oh man, is the crypto market getting spicy today. Bitcoin has touched officially the $42,000 mark. And you tell me you aren't happy as hell that you made it through one of the worst bear markets in crypto history, with some of the biggest collapses in crypto history. Oh, we're feeling real good today. And this is where the crypto market gets interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear the narratives. The market is rising too quickly. A huge correction is imminent. There is big resistance for Bitcoin at 40K. I'll sell here and buy back lower. Easy game. Too many people are eyeing this scenario. What if 40K just acts like butter instead and then new all-time highs come? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll continue to stress these are not the moments where we should be selling in the bull market. These are the moments you need to be finding the last few remaining cryptos that still have immaculate entry points to load up for the bull market. The bull market has shown itself. It's been fully revealed. We are not going into a bear market for crypto, and that should be the confirmation you need to have your chips in a row. Because if you're prepared now, by the time your friends who have been ignoring you over the bear market finally get it, they're your signal to exit. It's the rough rules of the game. The retail investor is always wrong. And if you don't know by now, you're gonna find out. Now here, this is an extremely important airdrop for the entirety of the XRP community, as Evers Node is having their airdrop. And here on the screen is a tutorial on how to claim your Evers token. If you had XRP in September 2023 on your wallet, the snapshot taken allows you to be able to claim Evers. And I hope all of you follow this tutorial that I have in my comment section down in the description below, because it will certainly help you. I think what the community is building with Evers is important, and we can have a nice little profit-taking opportunity when we get this token. Now here, in addition from Wen, we have a number of different technologies being built out for the XRP ecosystem right now. And Xahau hooks is very important. A lot of people need to pay attention to what's being built in this community. And David Schwartz talks about this recently. Xahau was built in the XRP ledger spirit. Very much supportive, a very significant accomplishment. All of the important, interesting things you'll be able to do are real. And he goes on to say one of the coolest things about it is that Ripple didn't build it. This technology is open for all of you to build on it. And ladies and gentlemen, what's being built on the XRP ledger will give it so much extra value once the bull market truly takes place.
Complementing that, of course, is hooks, which I talked a tiny bit about before. This is some work done by XRPL Labs and Wietse Nguyen's team. Hooks is a bespoke, light, smart contract solution for the XRP ledger, complementary to the EVM sidechain. One of the things I like the most about Hooks is that it is built in sort of the XRP ledger spirit. The XRP ledger, when it was developed, we could have just adopted everything Bitcoin did and been another sort of clone of Bitcoin, but we didn't. We rethought things from the ground up. We thought about decentralization. We thought about performance. We thought about making something that's sort of light. And Hooks definitely embodies that spirit. As I mentioned during my Apex keynote last year, we at Ripple are very much in support of Wietse's efforts. It's very, very cool landmark. Just recently, it passed a comprehensive security audit this year. That is extremely difficult to do for a feature this complicated. So that's, as someone who's written features of, complex features that have to pass third-party security audits, that's a very, very difficult thing to do and a very significant accomplishment and absolutely essential to risk large amounts of value. So, yeah, that's a huge. Now, You can't do everything that you could do on an EVM platform with hooks, but you can do a very significant fraction of important use cases, and that's only going to grow over time. And there are a lot of downsides of sort of a Turing complete or EVM compatible sidechain that you don't have with hooks. If you think about like the way Ethereum itself works, everything about it is built to support smart contracts. There's an enormous number of trade-offs in terms of confirmation time and fees and stability and resource consumption that you have to make to support a smart contract implementation that heavy. The trade-off is that you can support very, very complicated functionality. Hooks draws a different trade-off. You can't do literally everything that you could do, but all of the important, interesting things I think you will be able to do. And in exchange, you won't have that unpredictability with fees, the resource consumption. So fantastic, fantastic work. And the other cool thing about it is Ripple had absolutely nothing to do with it. We funded some of the developers, but it's not our project. Like they tell us great things about what they've done, and we silently applaud. That sometimes creates the perception that we're not supportive. We absolutely are. It's not our project, and we're not going to try to take it over. We're going to just watch and cheer from the sidelines, and occasionally maybe some funding if they need it.
Now, guys, I always find it so important to listen to what the experts and the geniuses have to say. And David Schwartz, I think, does an excellent job at helping simplify the tech for the average Joe. Guys, what's being built on XRP right now is a trifecta. Guys, what's under the dam of the XRP ledger right now is eventually hooks, automated market makers, NFT capabilities, Evers, Xahau. All of these different technological innovations will multiply our profits down the road. And I can't stress this enough. The XRP army has not only dug up so much research on the future of the financial system, but we have also helped progress the legal system here in the United States in regards to blockchain. John Deaton represented 75,000 XRP community members. And like a legend, he goes down in history as one of the lawyers that helped progress the crypto market. He recently put out a book called Food Stamp Warrior. And here, one of the industry's biggest innovators, Caitlin Long, talks about how great that book was. If you haven't gotten your copy already, please get it on Amazon. And I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite women in crypto, letting you know how important John Deaton and the XRP army is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
And I just got done reading John Deaton's book. It was a phenomenal book. It's called Food Stamp Warrior. You know, he's the lawyer who gathered 75,000 XRP holders to agree to be sued by the U.S. government. They intervened in the XRP case against the SEC to be 75,000 people from around the world agreed to become defendants against the U.S. government in that case. It's an incredible story, and I don't agree with John that he moved on from Bitcoin pretty fast because of the scaling issues. I don't agree with him there, but he's a phenomenally smart guy, and that book was a stunning book. And he grew up in the hood. He was one of 3 white people in his high school. And just what his experience of going from, he was a food stamp warrior, grew up in a very poor family, knew real hunger, and lifted himself up by bootstraps on boots he never even had. And it's just an incredible rags to riches story. But he is a fighter, and he is a perfect example of somebody who used his platform for good and pulled together 75,000 people to intervene in what he calls one of the strangest writs of mandamus ever filed in the U.S. court system. And he succeeded. And it's a phenomenal story. I highly recommend the book. It was such a page turner. It's a crypto adjacent book because he's obviously a well-known person in this space. And I don't want to get into the Bitcoin versus XRP thing, but
We don't have to.
But I will say that he did an incredible service to all of us, and his point is well taken. He said, and I didn't know back then because I wasn't following it. He said this is going to impact the entire crypto industry. This XRP lawsuit, and he turned out to be right. And so by fighting and by being a brass knuckle and literally brass knuckle, he's going to, if you read his book, you'll hear about his brass knuckle stories. He's a true fighter, and, became a U.S. Marine and then a prosecutor and ended up, he said, like, he was so successful in his law practice that he started to get bored by it. And then crypto became the thing that caused him to get out of bed in the morning. And he's not been making money off his crypto lawsuits. He did all of that because he was an XRP owner. And he said, look, what the SEC did was steal from people. That's his perspective. By calling XRP a security and having all the exchanges delist it, that was what he concluded. And he wanted to stand up and fight. And thank God he did. Thank God we have people like that in our industry.
Amazing.